Okay, guys, let's get started. Um, so in the last class, right, we discussed about the DQL and all, right? So we are in the progress of learning the DQL statement, and right, like a couple of important things we did last week, like something called the CETAS query and all we implemented. So any questions, guys? So for any questions or anything, let me know. Okay, as usual, I started the SQL server and then I logged into my workbench, MySQL workbench. Okay, so so the SQL file, whatever which I shared last week and all, right, the same SQL file I opened here. Okay, let's continue from here. So already you all know when it comes to the SQL, the query and all we can separate in different types, right? Like a DML query. 1 minute, guys. Okay, so if you consider, right, like we have something called a DDL, DML, right? DQL mainly, DCL, TCL and all for now we can ignore. We will discuss later, right? So DDL and like priority wise, DQL is very, very important, right? Here, this is one which we are going to use heavily, which is nothing but our select statement and all. Okay, so this is very, very important. Currently, we are learning the DQL statements only. Okay, so we already completed DDL, DML and all. When it comes to the DDL is more of creating a databases, creating a table, right? More of we are playing with the table databases and all, right? Creating a database, creating a table, adding a new column, removing a column, removing a table, removing a database, like that you can consider, right? Like a data definition, we are playing with the definition, right? More of databases, tables and all we'll play with the DDL. DML meaning this is more of data manipulation, right? Like inserting a new record, updating existing record, deleting a record, right? Here, like completely we are removing. Here, maybe record level we are doing something, right? We are removing a record and then we are inserting new records. We are modifying something, updating something and all. We will perform data, DML, right? Data manipulation, insert, update, delete. Okay. So insert, update, delete and all will comes under the DML category. DDL, more of create databases, creating a table, altering a table, right? Adding a column, removing a column. Here, adding a row, removing a row, modifying a row, right? That is a DML statement what we have. DQL, which is nothing but simple select, that's all. But the select is the one we are going to use heavily, right? When you say select meaning, we have so many things in the select, right? So DQL meaning query language, okay, which is the one which we are going to use heavily, right? Currently, we are in the progress of learning the DQL only. Okay, so in that last week, what and all we did, right? Let me go to the MySQL. So this statement, what it will do, guys? Line number 113.
Use that particular database.
Yeah. So line number 113, what it will do? You are selecting the database, right? You are selecting your current database, whichever database currently you are in. It doesn't matter. You are selecting the current database. Okay. So changing the database, current database to WD37 WE48 DB, right? That is a use command I'm using. Okay. Maybe show databases meaning you all know, which will display the available databases in the server. Show tables, right? So if you're running a show tables meaning you want to see what are the tables available, right? Like you can run a command query called a show tables, okay, which will list down the available tables. Okay, so like I'm setting the current database, then like a describe EMP, this command what it will do? Yes, what this describe command will do?
It will describe the table EMP.
Yeah, it will show the table information,
Table
like what are
structure.
the,
Yes.
yeah, table structure, right? Table information, like what are the columns we have, what data type it is, or any other constraints if you are using and all, right? It will show, right? Employee ID, employee name, gender, date of birth, city, salary and all what we have currently. For salary, integer column, default value 10,000. If the salary is not provided, like a default value 10,000 I'm adding here, like that it is showing, right? Here we are adding a column and all, fine, right? These are all the things what we discussed last week, and how to insert a record, how to create a table. You have a great statement. Okay, here, how to create a table. Create table. If not exist, it is kind of a safety check you are adding. If the table is already exist, don't throw error. So if not exist, you can create it. Create a table student in the column of SID, first name, last name, date of birth, department, right? The relevant types, integer, varchar of 50, varchar of first name, last name and all, department and all, varchar of 50, up to 50 character you are allowing. Date of birth, like you are creating with the date. Date is the data type, right? Like that, like column name and data type you have to give while creating the table. This is syntax for creating the table and all. Once we created the table, right, we can able to insert a record, insert student, all the columns I'm giving, then values, right? So insert student, SID, first name, last name, date of birth, department, values, then I'm giving the values for the table. Okay, like that, like, the insert statement also, like insert, update, delete and all, we discussed last week. Okay, then we enter into the DQL. The DQL point of view, right, we are going to use select. So this one will return from the student table all the available records, all the columns, all the rows I'm going to return, right? All rows and all columns we are reading, select star from star meaning all columns, right? I'm not applying any filters and all. So it will return all the columns and all the rows, right? That is a select star from things, right? From there, like, only selected column. I don't need a SID. I don't need a date of birth, department and all. I need only SID and first name alone. I don't need last name, date of birth, department and all, right? Instead of star, you can able to select the column, right? Instead of star, whichever column you want, right? You can able to select. Okay, then we discussed about alias, right? The alias keyword, the column and all, column name, not with the data, the column name, right? Sometimes, like, first name meaning in your table first name if you are storing, but while sending to the your downstream, either as another table or in a file, right? While giving, right, they are not looking as a first name. They want only full name or only name, simply name, right? SID meaning they want a student ID. I want to change the column name, not permanently, only for the particular the result set. If you want to permanently change, what you have to do, guys? Yes, in the permanently table, I want to change. What do you have to do? Alter. You have to do the alter. That is your DDL, right? You have to execute the DDL, alter statement you have to do. So only the result set I want to change, SID into the student ID, first name into the name I want, right? I don't want as it is. So I'm running this student ID name. But if you go to the table, still SID only, still first name only. But this particular result of this query, right? I'm changing the column name. So you can use alias. Mainly alias and all we will heavily use where, right? Whenever you are like writing a expression or you are changing something, you are applying some transformation in the column, right? Then you have to apply the alias name and all, right? So let's say, like, I want to convert into the first name into uppercase. Okay, I will write here. I want to convert the first name into uppercase. Select or like select star from student. Okay, I'm running this. Okay. Okay, I'm running this statement. Here you guys can see first name, last name, date of birth, department, all we have, right? Here the first name I want to change. I need only, this is what I need. Okay, maybe I will write here itself. I need SID, okay, name, comma, date of birth I need. Okay, only these columns I need. Here name, I need it into the uppercase. How we can able to write, guys? First, you need only the selected column, right? SID, comma, first name, comma, date of birth. Only selected column you are writing, right? Select SID, first name, date of birth I am writing. Now, I need a first name into uppercase. In SQL also, we have upper function. Okay, you can apply upper function here. Upper first name. I'm going to give upper of first name, not a dot upper like Python. Okay, here upper of the column you have to give. Now I'm running the statement. You guys can see properly it is returning the result, the expected result it is returning, but only one issue here. The first name column, I'm expecting name is the value, but it is saying upper of first name, right? It is changing the column name. So you have to use alias as name, whatever column you want, right? You can have to put alias name here. So you can see now SID name, date of birth, 3 columns we are getting. Upper is a built-in function, SQL string built-in function. Okay, so that will convert the name into the uppercase. Okay, any question, guys? This is what we discussed about alias and all, right? And like the similar way, the built-in function and all we wrote here, right? The same thing, same exercise also we did here. Like then subquery, you can leave it for now. Okay, the alias name where and all will use, right? For some, some you guys like ask some question for that. I am writing a subquery here, but subquery will discuss later. Some built-in function similar to upper, we have a current date. The current date will return the current date, right? Like I need a SID, first name, last name, current date as the date I want from the table, right? You can able to like form your query. Then like we created one task. This is important, right? Read all the student and result data into a new table called student underscore new, right? Pick columns SID, name, department, load date. Load date is that we don't have a mapping. So they are saying like, you take the current date. Name is nothing but a first name, like that they are giving. So we are writing a CTAS query. CTAS query meaning create table as select. Okay, create table as select. Create table student underscore new as select of first I'm forming the select query, then I'm writing a CTAS statement. Okay, here maybe I will write one more statement, drop table if exist student underscore new. Okay, this one I'm running it now. Okay, so that if the table currently exists, right, it will remove. Okay, it is saying dropping the table already I done. Now I'm going to execute this statement. This will execute and this first execute the select query and loading the data into a new table called student underscore new. Okay, if I run the query, you guys can see SID, name, department, load date. Load date is the current date, today's date, 2026-04-12. Right? This is a CTAS query what we discussed. Very, very important, right? Create as select, CTAS meaning. The output of the select query we are writing into the another table, right? We are creating a new table and we are loading. Okay, we are not loading into the existing table. We are creating a table and we are loading. Okay, so this is what we discussed last week, guys. Any question? And like I want to create a table alone without data. This is also a CTAS query only, but we are putting some negate, like we put we are putting some negate condition here, right? The condition I'm negating here, 1 equal to 2 meaning always false, but it will create only the table structure, right? Like that you can able to quickly want to create some backup table and all, staging table and all. Simply you can able to create from the main table. Okay. Here only we stopped, guys.
So could you please explain the nested select once?
Subquery you can leave it. That's why we'll discuss later. Okay. Subquery, this one
This
only you are
one,
asking,
yes.
right?
Yes, yes.
So this is nothing like, this query, the result of the query temporarily you are keeping into a, we called this as a inline view. Okay. So inline view,
So
we
this
called,
command is not going to create a new table.
yes,
It's
yes,
just a view. Okay.
correct. Inline view. The two like, not a
Okay.
view, even temporary. It's a kind of a temporary view or temporary table, right? So the result of this inner query, right? Internally in the memory, It is creating in the name of new table, right? The scope of the table only with this semicolon alone. After semicolon, you cannot able to access, right? Only
So
executing.
who is executing the query? That person alone can view the table.
Yes. Okay. So
Okay.
you can view, meaning in your query alone you can able to use within this query. Even with
Okay.
the you are executing, right? In the next query, if you put a semicolon, that's all. The scope of the table is gone, right?
Okay.
So you don't need to worry. You put this way. The first it will write the inner query. It will execute the inner query. The output it is keeping in the name of new table, right? Then you are accessing in the same query. The scope of the new table within the same query only. You cannot able to access after that. If you want to access, right, you have to create a table only. You
Table.
have to create a,
CTAS.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We have a temporary table of concept also that we will discuss later. Okay. So the here, what it is doing, right, is first executing the statement, then the result it is capturing into in the name of new table. It's a table alias, you can say, right? From the new table, I'm the outer query from this table, right? This table contains SID, name is the column. So SID name alone I'm taking. You got it, right? But
Thank you.
you can keep this query, guys. We will discuss regarding the sub query. We will discuss. Okay. So we have a concept of like something called inline view versus temporary table versus permanent table versus common table expression, something and all. We have kind of advanced topic we will discuss. Okay. So any other question, guys? So far, this is what so far we discussed as part of our select and all. Okay. Now, right? The insert select, we already completed the CTAS query, right? CTAS meaning create table as select, right? Now, like my requirement, insert select, I'm going to see insert select. My requirement is, right? Okay, we are changing a little bit, guys, now. Okay, so select star from student. Okay, limit of 10 record is enough for me. Just a sample record I'm collecting. Okay, now what I need, right? This is my task, another task. Okay, I have a table already. The table is, we have already available table, which I'm going to create. Okay, so I'm going to create a table. How to create a table? Create
Table. If
table
not
name.
exist.
Yeah, you can put a, if not exist also, fine. If not exist, create table name. If not exist, what else, guys? Create table. What name you can give? Sorry, student, right? We are playing with the student, right? Student underscore. Okay, student underscore, maybe new. Okay, do you have a table called student underscore new? Let me check first. We have. Okay, then we are maybe student underscore detail. Okay, create table. If not exist, student underscore detail. Okay, columns are SID. Okay, I need a full name, right? SID full name. Department, data for general, I don't need it. Okay, so data type and all you can fill it. SID, integer, full name, full name. What is that size, guys? Full name, what is the size we can apply here? I'm going to populate the data from student table, right? From the student table. Okay, I'm going to populate the data from the student table. Describe student. Okay, the full name is a concatenation of first name and last name. That is the logic I'm going to write. I have to give the logic, but full name is the column I'm going to create, which is concatenation of first name and last name. So how much size we can give here? Paragraph
100.
100, right? Minimum 100 you have to give, right?
Yes.
First name 50, last name 50, right? Maybe I'm giving like, maybe one space and all if you are going to give. So 110, I'm giving 110 character. Okay, so department varchar of 50, like that, like, table, already a table already I have. How right I'm saying already we have, I'm creating here. Okay, the table already we have. Okay, now my ask is load the data. Okay, this is the column, SID full name department, right? The table got created and table is available. Now the task is, we have a table already. We have table called student detail already. Now we have to populate, how to insert the record to the table, guys. How we will load the data to the table? Normally how
Using
we
insert command.
we are using insert, right? Insert into the table name, values and all, you do it. So far we did like that, right? One on record. But this time we are going to load the data to the table, right? We are going to load data into a table, right? From another table. Okay. So usually what you will do, maybe one record also I will insert, just for understanding. Insert into student underscore detail values. You all know, right? You can give like, maybe 5,000. Okay. 5,001 is the ID. Some ID I'm starting. 5,001 is the ID. Full name. Okay. You can say single quotes. Okay. IC, not double quotes, guys. Here you have to use single quotes. IC Tech is the full name. Then like a department IT. Okay, like that, like, I'm inserting one record. It is done. One record got inserted. Okay, you can select the table and see. Okay, we have one record inserted. Correct. Successfully I completed I'm loading a single record. But actual task is load data into the table from another table, which is from the student table. Okay, from the student table, you can load the data into the student detail table. Okay, so SID direct mapping. Okay, then what is our column, guys? Full name, right? Full name. I am giving full name. You have to do the concatenation of
First name, last name.
okay, concatenation of maybe last name and first name I will give. Okay, last name and first name. I will change the order just for your reference. Okay, in between you can give some space, right? Like delimit with the space. And like a department direct mapping. Okay, which is the same department. DEPT, right? Not DEP. Anything is fine. We'll change it. Okay, department direct mapping of department. Now from this table to already available table I want to load. Can we use CTAS? Yes, can we use CTAS?
No.
We can't use, right? Why? CTAS is for
That's for creating table.
creating a table and loading the data, right? It's already
Yes.
available data you want to load.
Data.
Right? You want to load into a already available table now, right? It is not a CTAS task, right? So now what you have to do, guys? This is where we have the concept of the insert select. Okay, insert select, which meaning what? Simple. Insert, I'm going to do the insert query from the select statement. Value I'm not going to give, right? Like what we give here, right? Same thing. Okay, same thing only. But these values are not coming from, not I'm going to give the values. I'm going to take it from the table. Yes, you all are with me, right? What we are going to do. So insert into student detail, right? Then you have to do the first instead of writing a insert into, right? You have to do with the first what, guys? You have to do with the first anything, this kind of task, first you have to create your select query. Even with the CTAS also I'm saying, right? You have to first create your select query. Okay, then you can able to do your insert select and all. Okay, first you can do the select query. Select what and all we need. We need a SID column, first name, okay, last name, comma, department from student. No filter, nothing. All data I need. Okay, I need all data. Right? What we have to do, guys? Next.
Write the insert query.
First name, last
I mean,
To
name,
concatenate.
Yes,
Concatenation.
that is not yet done, right? First, you have to do the concatenation of this one first, right? First, you have to do this. Okay, so what we have to do for that? SID as it is. Here, the plus symbol, some databases support plus symbol, guys. Some databases will not support plus symbol. Okay, so what you have to do, right? You have to, okay, you have to use some built-in function called concat. Okay, plus symbol and all. Some databases, I will not say plus will not support, right? Some databases, right? SQL, MySQL Server, Oracle and all we have, right? Some databases support plus symbol concatenation, right? Two values. Some databases will not do. Okay, but we have a function called concat. Okay, concat is a built-in function. Okay, our case, last name, I'm asking you guys to put a last name first, right? Last name, comma, first name. Okay, and like in between, I want to give a space. So one more comma you can put here, single quote space. Yes, you all with me, right? Select SID, concat of last name. This concat function, right? It's a built-in function. I'm not creating it, right? Already we have this concat function. Okay, so I'm going to run this statement. Just first we'll verify the result. Okay, maybe I will put a limit. That is fine. You guys can see Miller, Chris, computer science, right? You need more detail. Okay, you want to verify, right? What I will advise, right? You want to verify meaning the column you can select as it is first. Okay, so that you can able to compare the result whether it is properly populated or not. Right? You can see last name is Miller, first name is Chris. Miller space Chris. It is created, right? Davis space Jane. Johnson space David. Like that it is creating properly, right? So it is working properly. Okay, then what you have to do? I didn't like the name, concat of something and all. So I will put a full name here. Like that, like, the select query we created now. SID full name department we created. Now we have to insert into our table. Normal insert statement only. Insert into what is the table name, guys?
Student detail.
Student detail. Insert into student detail. That's all. No syntax. Insert into student detail. Select from this table. Right? Select these columns from the table. Right? Before selecting, let me query this table. You already know we have only one record. You all agree? One record for understanding I inserted. Okay, only one record we have. Now I'm going to load all the record from this table to this table. I mean, not as it is. I'm doing based on this table. This is what the transformation is. We are transforming the data. This is what the ETL is. Simply, you can say the statement is a ETL. Extracting the data from the student table, apply the transformation. The result I'm loading into the another table. Insert select I'm doing, but the same thing we are going to do with the ETL, right? Here, one table to one table I'm loading. When it comes to the actual ETL logic, you are going to bring the data from multiple sources. You are going to connect it and you are going to apply some transformation. Then you are going to write it into the another destination. Might be source different, destination different. Here I'm playing with the same table, same databases, right? Let me run the query, guys. You guys can see. Where it is. Insert into the student detail, select 500 rows affected, 500 record are inserted already. Okay, now you can query the table. Earlier you have only one record. Now you can query the table. Okay, you can see
Here the keyword values are not required while
this is
executing
a
the insert
syntax.
query.
This is
Okay.
syntax. Insert into student detail, select. That is why insert select. Values and all,
Okay.
you are giving a values, you have to give. That is a syntax, right? Here values is not required. So insert into this table. The output of this select query, you put it into the table. That's all, right? The table is already available. You are basically you are doing insert only, right? You are doing insert only. Okay. So in the table bulk data you are loading from this table to this table, right?
In
You
case
can see
if
this
there is any mismatch, then it will throw an error. So
mismatch meaning.
here we have 3 columns.
Yes. Yeah, okay.
There
And
is
mismatch
any-
meaning, that's why, right? We have so many, either data type mismatches, column, number of column mismatches. Yes. Right?
Okay.
It depends again, right? Suppose this case is allowing null, meaning the missing column will be populated as a null. Or like here department also you have, let me put the date of birth. What will happen? This query will return 4 columns, right?
Column mismatch.
Okay, I'm running this query. Okay, insert into the student table. Could not count column count does not match. Okay, that is a error, right?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes, right? Sometimes like, you have a default value, maybe vice versa case, like date of birth column also you have it in the table, but you are not giving here, you have a default value. If it is allowing null, meaning it will insert it. You are getting right? So depends, but yeah, column mismatch, you will get error. So what I'm saying, the source table, the destination, student detail, right? You have one more column date of birth, but you are not giving, but date of birth column will allow null, right? So you are giving only 3 columns. Those 3 columns will be inserted. The date of birth will populate as a null. This time it won't throw error. But this case not allowing null, meaning it will throw error. That is depends. But in this case, source table have 3 columns, but you are trying with the 4 or 5 columns, it won't allow. It will throw error. Okay, when to go for insert select, when to go for CTAS, guys, before going further questions. When to go for CTAS, when to go for insert select. Both are we are trying to achieve something similar, right? But when to go for CTAS?
When we have
Creating
to
new table. For creating new table and loading data, we go for
exactly
CTAS.
right. A table, you are creating a table and you are loading the data, right? Then you can go for the CTAS. Insert select.
if
Already?
you have to
Table is
only
already there.
Yeah,
and
you are
have
doing
to
only
upload
insert, right? You are doing only insert, correct, right? But insert, you are doing a bulk of data, not like insert into values, meaning one by one you are inserting it, right? You don't need to do, right? You are reading from the table and you are loading here. That is a insert select. Whether it is a DML or DDL, guys. DML or DQL.
Okay, I have one doubt. In MySQL, the plus is not using here for concatenation. It's not support, right?
MySQL, I think, usually some databases will support.
Yeah,
Okay, you want to test, right? You can see select a test plus some ABC you can put, right? Anything you want, any function you want to test, right? Don't go to your table. Simply you can run this statement. Like just you can give the value. I'm trying to concat. Okay, it is saying it is not throwing any error. It is saying 0, right? Okay, same thing you can try with the concat, right? So I will put a pipe delimiter now. Okay, so just for understanding, I put a pipe here. So I'm running this test pipe ABC. It is returning. So plus symbol is not accepting here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, accepting meaning it is not throwing error. It is accepting, but it is returning 0, right? Maybe arithmetic operation, right? That is performing arithmetic. Select of 100 plus 20, you will get 120. That is the plus operator you have. 120 you will get the result. But for string, this case is not doing the concatenation. Okay, so but we have a concat method. But I can't say like, meaning the plus is not for concatenation. Some databases supporting, right? These kind of small variations you can able to see when you are working with different databases and all. But concat is a common thing. Almost most of the databases will support. Okay, so concat, how I'm doing? I'm giving the column to concat, right? I'm giving 3 values here. This is not a delimiter. This is also a value. So last name, space, first name, you can do concatenation, right? We know already we are using for delimiting, but even last name and first name. But concat point of view, I'm giving 3 values. Okay, so concat is the built-in function, guys. This is you are using with the select. How to use a built-in function along with the select? One example you guys can see. Okay, last week we discussed about CTAS, right? Now one more strategy, the data loading strategy. Insert select, we will use heavily. We will use CTAS heavily. These are all the real-time scenarios, guys, right? So you have already table. You want to apply some transformation and you want to load it, right? You want to load the table data. We will use insert select. How the real-time data flow happened, right? Maybe our previous example, we did our data warehouse load and all, right? What we are doing in the data warehouse load? Yes, in our data warehouse, we implemented the data warehouse concept, right? What we did?
Selecting from source table and inserting into the target table.
Right, something we did, right? So you are loading, you are receiving as a files first of all. The file data you are loading into the staging tables, right? Your staging table, DSA table, something and all we discussed, right? Then like we are applying transformation, we are loading, right? Maybe now you can open some scripts from there. Okay, so the data warehouse script, maybe let me open some script. Okay, load ODS, right? The script what I'm going to open, right? The ODS script I'm going to open. You guys can answer me. Are we using heavily insert select? Right? Are we using insert select heavily? Already we are using it. You guys can agree? You can see load ODS
Yes.
SQL, right?
Mhm.
The ODS layer from the staging database to ODS layer, how I'm loading? You guys can see. This is nothing but insert select, right? Select, insert, right? Leave the logic. Logic and all we are going to slowly understand, right? But you can see from the staging table to ODS table, I'm using insert select everywhere, right? Almost in the entire script, we are using insert select only. But multiple tables we are populating, not only load ODS. Load EDW, dim fact, or reporting layer, something and all we have, right? Any script you can open. Why I'm saying this insert select, we are going to use heavily, right? See, you can see here we are insert into the table, right? From this insert into select, right? This is also insert select only. Okay, or like you can see the ODS employees to this employee. Okay, this is also insert select only. Columns I'm giving here. Columns I'm selecting and I'm inserting, right? I'm going to explain that, but you can able to do that also. It is also everything is insert select only, right? You guys can see everything is insert select only in our existing learning also. Okay, so like I mentioned, right? The data warehouse, whatever learning we did, right? We are going to see one by one. Now you guys can agree. Almost concept one by one we are covering. CTAS we completed, insert select we completed. Both we will use heavily. Okay. Question from Kamalesh: CTAS is DDL or DML? What guys? What is CTAS? CTAS is a DML or DDL?
It's DDL.
All three.
All three, right?
All three.
Yeah. Kamalesh, you can say DDL, DML, and DQL. Your select query is the DQL. You are creating a table DDL. You are loading the data DML. So you are combining all three. Kamalesh, you are getting right. Now insert select.
It's DML and DQL.
Yeah, DML and DQL, right? Your table already you separately you created, right? Already available table. So already you have a table. We are just selecting and loading. So DQL plus DML we are performing. Okay, guys. Any questions? Any other question?
In MySQL, we can't able to use that select top one, top 10. Instead of that only, we are using limit, right?
Limit. Yes, limit.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. That's some small variation I mentioned, right? So top is for Microsoft SQL Server and all we use, right? So here, like, limit we are using.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go to the our flow, guys. 1 minute. What and all we completed quickly. I will see, then like we'll continue the next topic. So single multiple columns alias we completed, filter rows. Okay. filter rows, operator types, like in between operator, distinct sorting. Okay, fine. Okay, so let me go, guys. Filter. Last week I covered, but we will discuss. Okay, so filter meaning in MySQL or in SQL. How to apply a filter, guys? What is the keyword we are going to use?
Where?
Where, right? Where.
Yeah.
Okay, so filter point of view, select okay star from our table name is, maybe you can use student itself, right? Select star from student, limit of 1 record. Just for the skeleton, I'm selecting 1 record. Okay, Chris Miller, date of birth, all we have. Okay, now we have a department, right? Department details. Okay, so now before going to the filter, right, I have one more task, guys. One more ask, maybe you can say. One more task you can consider. Okay, I have a detail table. This is this kind of a detail table you can consider, right? Now, kind of a dimension table I need. It's not a warehouse, since the table for learning we created. I'm not following any proper structuring and all for data warehouse. But you can consider here, I have the detail table contains everything, right? Now I want to create some dimension table, which is a department dimension. Okay, so I need a dim underscore, right? Dim underscore department. Dim underscore department is the table I want to create. How to create it, right? The table I'm not going to create. Okay, so you can say the table I want to create only department name. The column is only D name. Okay, only department name is a column, and like the value you can populate, right? The unique department names from student table. The data we have to take it from the different data department names what I have, right? I need to select all those things. Then I have to put it into the department table. Okay, 1 minute, guys, give a minute. Okay, sorry. So the department name, I have to take it from the student table, right? And then I have to put it into the dim department table, right? Student table contains more than 500 records. I don't need all the 500, right? When it comes to the department, only 5 or 10 departments data only I have, right? Those 5 department name alone I have to take and I have to put here. Maybe one more column also you can able to add here, department ID, right? Department ID, maybe yeah, auto increment, right? I don't want to give any value based on the, while inserting the value, right? Automatically the value get inserted, right? Starting from like a range function you can consider, right? So starting from 1, right? 2, 3 and all, automatically you don't need to give the value. It is kind of a row number, serial number kind of thing you can see, right? Like that I have to create a table and I want to load it, guys. How we can able to achieve? Maybe first you can create a table, dim underscore department, okay, DID, department ID, okay, which is integer, but the value I'm not going to give the auto increment. I'm saying department ID is auto increment, right? Which meaning auto increment meaning automatically it will populate. You don't need to give any value. Okay, and then D name varchar of, okay, 50. This is a table already I have, guys. Okay. What happened? Some error it is showing. Incorrect table definition. There can be only one auto column and it must be defined as a key. Okay, this guy is asking a key. Okay, let me give a primary key. What is primary key? You can leave it. Okay, for now. Right? This guy is asking one key actually. It's not an error. This is some restriction this guy is putting. Leave the primary key for now. Okay. So the department, the thing is like auto increment value you are going to give, which meaning what, right? You don't need to give the value to the column. Automatically the column will be populated. Okay. You don't need to give value. Okay. So now the ask is, right? You have to take the department name from the student table and we have to load it into the table, guys. Right? Table I created already. So what we have to do here? Yes. First, what approach we have to follow here?
Select.
Insert select, right? Insert select we have to do. Then first you have to define your select. Okay. Now I need to take the distinct departments from the table. The distinct departments from the table. What is distinct case?
Unique.
Unique table, right? Unique departments. There is a keyword called distinct. Okay. Select distinct department from student, right? Student table contains how many record? How to get the number of records of student?
Count of.
Right? You can say get the total number of records in a table, any table, right? So what query will run? Select count of one, count of star, anything you can put. Okay, fine. I'm going with the count of one. There is also some discussion we have to do. We will do later. What is count of star? What is count of one and all? Count of one from student. Okay, maybe I will use count star also, right? That is fine. Okay, this is fine for now. Select count star from the table I'm running. It is going to return single result, guys. First of all, only one result, one row it is going to return. The one row, what it is written, right? What number of records in the table it is going to return. I'm running the query. You are getting 500. The student table contains 500 data, 500 records. Total number of records, how many you have? 500. Okay, now the ask is out of this 500, but I have a departments are only 5 or 10 department alone I have. So overall you have 500 record, but the department wise you have computer science, civil, or like only 5 to 10 department alone you have. Those department you can take it and put it into the another table. That is ask. Basically for your insert select practice only. So how we can able to do, guys? Here. First we are deriving the select query. In the select query, right? If I'm running a department here, leave the distinct. Select department from student. What it will do? This query, what it will return?
All 500.
All 500, right? All 500 department name it will return. You guys can agree,
Departments.
right? So mathematics, economics, so many economics, mathematics, something and all it is returning, right? All 500 record it is returning. Total records are written 500, but I don't need all department, right? I don't need a duplicates here. All are duplicates. You can see electronics multiple time, physics multiple time, mechanical multiple times it is coming, right? I need a unique department name. When you say unique, right? That is where you have to use distinct, right? When you put a distinct keyword here, right? The unique department name you are taking, how many records it will return? Yes, how many records it will return?
How many departments is there? That much of.
Yeah, how many unique department you have? Unique department you have, right? That the unique department name it is going to return, right? So I'm running this one, and you can see only 10. We have 10 department. What are the 10 departments we have? You guys can see here: computer science, mathematics, civil, biology, all other things. Now, what is our ask? Take the unique department. How to take the unique department? How to take the unique value from a table? Yes, how to take the unique value from a column?
Distinct. Using distinct.
Distinct, right? They're using distinct. Okay, very important, guys. This one we are going to use, right? We are going to do something called deduplication, duplicate removal. We are going to do, and like we are going to see there, like distinct function, how to remove duplicate. We are going to apply some ranking function, right? Multiple things we are going to learn, not here in our regular learning itself, but we need a understanding of distinct. Distinct meaning what? The unique values from the particular row or column. Here I'm giving a single column, right? The unique of distinct department it is returning, right? Okay, now let's complete the distinct here. What I have to do? I have to put it into the another table, right? So what you have to do? Insert into dim department, right? Dim underscore department or DEPT. DEPT only, right? So dim underscore department, right? You don't need to mention values and all, right? If you have column names, you can able to give columns also. Select a column. Insert into dim department. Select distinct department from the table. Like that I'm saying, right? Let me run the query. Right? DID I'm not giving, right? DID I'm not giving. Okay, it is saying column count does not match in the count at row 1. You are getting a error. So what you have to do? Yes, what you have to do? It is saying column names are not matching, like that. It is throwing error. So what you have to do? You have to give
specify the column name.
Right? Column name. Select a dim department. Then you are inserting. Now you can run your query. Unknown column DEPT in the field list. Okay, it's a D name, right?
The D
Okay.
name.
Okay, got it. By mistake, right? All 10 rows are loaded into the table. And look at the table, guys. Now select a star from dim underscore department. I'm giving a value for only one table, sorry, one column. And you guys can see DID also populated here. 1, 2, 3. Like this is not inserted, guys. It is in your ID, it is showing only 10 records you have, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 department you have. This value only I'm giving, this is automatically populate. Whenever I'm inserting some record to the department table, right? Automatically the number will be increased. Auto increment. We set as auto increment, right? How you can able to see? Describe the table and see. Describe dim underscore department and look at the table, right? DID integer, right? It is saying auto increment. I'm auto increment column. Leave the primary key column. Okay, that is a different thing. I'm auto increment column. Automatically I will increase. You cannot able to give a value. Okay, if you are giving a value, it won't take it. Okay, value automatically this guy will increment. You cannot able to insert the value to this column. Okay, so how to select the columns and insert? You guys are getting it right? Same insert select only. And here very important, the distinct function. Insert select.
Buddy, in this the select statement itself, we can give it that D name, right? Now we are doing the different approach.
Okay, so you want to give D name here, right? And like let's remove this guy.
No.
You try. This is what you're asking, right?
Yes.
The error, it is not saying D name. It is saying column numbers. Column count does not match with the value, right? In my table, I have 2 column, but you are giving only 1 column. You are getting right?
Yes,
We know already another column we don't need to give, right? But we need to give only 1 column, right? That 1 column you can specify here, which is D name, right? Here you are using D name or not, doesn't matter. Only 1 value you are giving. Your column name, it will not compare. It will compare this column only. Okay. So if I run again, it will another 10 record, it will include, right? Primary key column, we put it in the ID only, not the name. So it will accept the duplicate on the department name, but that is fine. Okay. So any other question, guys? If you have multiple column, do we need follow the sequence? Which meaning? Sorry, Ravikran, which is sequence you are saying?
Like while inserting the data into the dim department, if we have multiple columns in the students table, then do we need to follow the sequence, like in order to map to which column it is trying to fetch?
Yes. Here, like, the same order you have to give in your select. This table contains 3 column. Like here we did, right? Or it is here, student detail, right? The student detail, we are doing insert select. This is what you are asking, right? Student, we are inserting into the student detail table. So SID, full name, department. The sequence you have to follow. The table contains the same sequence. SID, full name, department.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm not checking any duplicate and all, guys. Here, distinct. We'll discuss more about distinct here. One more time, running the statement again. Okay, so it will insert another 10 record. Okay, another 10 record got inserted. Now you guys can see select star from dim department. Okay, now I have 20 record. Okay, I have 20 record. You guys can see 20 record. Each department is we have two times. Each department we have 2 times. Okay, select distinct dname from, right? Select distinct dname from dim underscore dept. I'm running. What it will return, guys? How many record it will return? I have 20 records in the table, but we have 10
Unique.
departments only.
Unique.
Sorry,
Unique.
unique department. And when you say unique department, we have 10. So how many records it will return? Only 10, right?
10.
Only 10. Okay, but what this time it will do? Dname or did also I'm giving. I'm changing the order. That is fine for your understanding. I'm changing the order also. How many records it will return now?
All records.
All record. Why?
Because the DID is different for every record.
Yes, right. Because the distinct is applicable for all the columns, right? If dname, did both are duplicated only, it will take a distinct record, right? So your query point of view, it is distinct only. 1 computer science, 11 computer science, sorry, 16 computer science, 1 computer science, 11 computer science, both are different record, right? It is like a DID and DNAME. Combination of DID and DNAME it will compare. Not only DNAME, right? If you are comparing with the DID, DNAME alone, right? Then like a computer science is a duplicate, so only 1 computer science will present here, right? But if I'm including DID column here, since the DID column is different for this computer science, right? So you have a 2 computer science, DID 1 computer science, 16 computer science. Suppose this also a 1 computer science, meaning it will return only 1 record, right? You are understanding the distinct function, right? Distinct is not for a single column. When I run the distinct of dname, meaning don't think like, I'm running only for dname. I am running for the whole result set, right? The combination of DID, dname is repeated, it will take only 1 record. Yes, you are getting it right. So that is the distinct function. Okay. So let's move on to the filter, guys, now. Filter meaning it is a var class. Okay, we call this a var class. Syntax you all know. Select columns from table, then var condition. Since we know already conditional statements in Python, this is nothing, guys, here. Very simple, right? The conditional statement and all, you can able to apply anything here, right? Same thing, whatever we learn in our Python, right? Same thing only here. Okay. Now, right, I want only civil record, civil department record. Select. Okay. We need only civil department records, right? So instead of we need display, I will put a display, right? I'm not writing into the table. How to write and all you already know, right? You guys know in 2 ways, writing into a new table, writing into existing table, both you know, right? Display only civil department records. Display meaning only select is enough. How we can able to do, guys? Select a star from student, display only civil department records from student table. That is a question. Select star from student, it will return everything, but I need only civil department. What I have to do?
Where department
Where
equal to
Yeah, where department equal to
civil.
civil, right? Here case sensitive, guys. Civil you have to use as it is, right? Let me run the query. You guys can see all are civil department, right? How many civil department records we have? You can run a count query, but fine. I will check here. 37 record it is returning. Okay, so 37 record we have with the civil department. You guys can see all are civil record. Is this case sensitive? How I'm saying it is case sensitive? Can you give small c? Right? I mean, this case, again, the ID is taking care of this. But in general, SQL is okay, values are case sensitive. Okay, you have to use same case. But in this guy, this ID, right? This guy is doing something. That is why you are getting the result. Okay. Maybe if you are working with other databases and all, values are case sensitive. So lower, some databases will not support the cases and all. So you have to convert into uppercase or lowercase, right? So fine, here fine. But you remember the case is also important here. So select star from student where department equal to civil. I'm taking only civil record. Okay, same case, few conditions will write guys. Okay, same case. Display department records from student table, which is ID, SID more than, okay, SID more than 400, right? Or 450 or 490, right? SID more than 490. So what you have to do? Yes, what you have to do here?
Greater than
Select star
operator.
from
student
student. You
where
write a where class.
SID greater
Remember, always remember, you put a semicolon to break your query. Okay. Select star from student where SID greater than
400.
right 490, right? 490 is fine, right? 10 record I'm going to take. So it is returning for starting from 491 to 500. Okay. Any other question, guys, on the where class? Direct filter, range of filter, you can able to apply. Okay. Maybe I need a same, right? Same display department records from student table where SID more than 490. And like one more condition you can write department 490 and department from computer science. So what you have to do? Yes, what you have to do?
And operator.
No.
And operator, right? 490
And
and
department equal to C.
department equal to
Yes.
computer
Computer.
science, right? Okay, I put short name here, like, you can put computer science here. See, if both condition is matching, then only it will return. Earlier you have 10 records, now you can see only one record. We have only one record which with the computer science. Okay, both condition we have to. Okay, how to use count function, right? You can see here, we are using it, right? Total number of record, count star, count of one or count star, anything you can put here, right? If you are running this one, how many records you have, it will return the number of record, only one result, one integer result it will return, 500. Count star or count of one, count of ID, anything you can put, but we'll discuss what is star, one and all here. The number of records in the table you can use, right? Count star or count of one. Usually we'll write count of one. Okay. So you want the number of records in the table, you can put count of one, count of one. So I don't need the values of the column, just you can put 111 and count it and return it. Like that I'm saying 500.
I have one doubt here. For in MS SQL, we can able to use that identity with argument seed and increment, auto increment. Here we are using only auto incremental.
Yes, there you
Seed,
will set identity. 1,
yes.
1 you will give.
Yeah.
Right? Start from 1 and here also we have option. Default 1, 1. That's all.
Okay.
Auto increment from 1, start from 1 and you can increment by 1. You can able to change. We have options.
Oh,
Okay, there we are using a keyword called identity, right? Identity of 1, 1, I believe if you give, right? Start from 1 and you increment by 1, you are saying,
Oh,
right?
yes.
So yeah, here we don't have that option, but we have option, right? We don't need to give, that option is there. If you want, right, you can able to mention. I have to
Okay.
start from what, how to increment and all you can able to do. That is
Okay, thank you.
available here.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so the filter class, guys, where class, where filter and all you can able to apply the same rule what we learned in Python, guys. Okay, suppose it's the same query. If I'm writing this one, what will happen, guys? This query, I'm going to say R. What will happen? Yes, what will happen? This
It
or
will take
this,
both the
Both the
conditions.
conditions.
either this
That
or
one.
that, right?
Either or this, yes.
492, 500, 10 records definitely will get. Along with that, right? Since we know this result set, right? We have 500 record only. So 10 records definitely you are going to get. Those 10 records plus the other IDs from the computer science you are going to get, right? So total number of records, how many records will get and how to calculate. Maybe for your understanding. I need how many records it will return. I want to calculate.
We can just in the place of star, we can give count star.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You put star, you will get it. But what I'm saying, I want to check before executing the code. Maybe I need to find the count, how many counts we will get, just for understanding, just for practice the query, right? So we already know this part will return 10 records, right? This part will return 10 records. You all know already, right? So if I'm running this part, it will return only 10 records, right? So 10 records it is returning. This part I know, right? Now, I want to see how many records written when the computer science is, which I don't want to include here. You guys are getting it right? So this is 10, right? How to before executing the statement, I want to see number of records, right? So what you have to put, right? Select star from student or count of, okay, count of 1 or count of star. Okay, anything you can put here. Count of star from the student table. Okay, where department equal to computer science. Okay, I don't need everything. And SID, okay, less than or equal to 490. Okay, and SID less than or equal to 490. So you guys can see
Here we
it
will
is saying
have only
53.
one.
Why? I'm switching the order, right? Less than or equal to 490. Computer science department before 490. So 53, and this guy is returning 10 record. So I can say 63 record it is going to return. You guys can agree? It is going to return 63 record. Maybe let me run the query and you guys can see 63 records. How I identified? How I'm saying it is returning 63 record? Condition you guys can see, right? The condition SID and SID is more than 490. Our department is computer science, right? That is the condition I'm writing. Okay, so this greater than 490, this query alone will return 10 record. I already know, right? Now you have to understand not 490. The department is equal to computer science. How many record it is returning? So basically, this will return both result, right? This condition result along with this condition result. So this part I know already since we run the query already. So 10 records will return. Now I need to identify how many records return where department equal to computer science and which is less than 490. You are getting it right. So this query is returning 53 record and this part is 10 record. It is combination of both 63 record it is returning. You are getting right. This is like just for understanding only. Okay. So the understanding of R condition, uncondition and all. Okay. So any question, guys? Difference between count star and count one, Kannan will discuss. No worries. We'll discuss that. I will explain. So I yet to go to the null cases and all, right? For that, I have to cover the null scenario. We'll discuss. That's
So
why I'm
instead
skipping
of this star or one, can we use a variable name for count?
not variable name, column name.
Column name, sorry,
No variable
column name
here.
for count. Okay, column name
Yes,
for
you
count.
can use. That's why I'm saying
Okay.
count star, count of one, count of column name. What is the difference? I will explain, guys. No worries. Keep the question. Right? I need to cover the null first for that. Okay, some differences we have. What the difference? We'll discuss. No worry. Okay, so yes, you are getting it right. The var filter and R and all you have to consider here, right? Here, like this is simple calculation I put here. Okay, so basically I need a record from both 490, more than 490 or computer science department record I need. So already I know more than 490 we have 10 record. Now less than 490 and computer science record, if I found the number of record right, I can able to see the overall record. So I calculated 63, the same count it is returning. Okay, so here one thing you guys can notice, whoever is learning SQL newly, when you are comparing with Python equality check, how we are doing, how we are checking equal, department equal to computer science, meaning how we are checking in Python. I'm
Double
saying
equal.
Double equal.
double equal, right?
Double
Here
equal.
we are using single equal, right? It is not an assignment here, it is a comparison only. You're getting it right. In SQL, you have to use single equal to, not double equal. If you put a single equal to in Python, that is an assignment operator. Department, you are assigning a computer science to the department, right? But in SQL, we don't have that option double equal to and all. So only single equal to only. Not equal to what we are using in Python case. Not equal.
Exclamation mark.
Equal to.
Exclamation equal to.
Exactly.
Or less than greater than symbol. This also will support here. Okay, let's consider. So I want the data from select star from student where department not equal to not equal to computer science. Right, this also a valid syntax only. It is not throwing any error, first thing. And in the results that you guys can see, do you have a computer science anywhere? Right, I'm writing a not equal to only 446 record it is returning, right? This 446 record, you can use your usual not equal to what you are using, exclamation equal to, right? This is a not equal to. How many records it is returning? 446 record. You guys can see. Okay, not equal to computer science, right? Both are valid syntax. Okay, so this is also not equal to, this is also not equal to. Some people will write this way. For that only I'm writing this not equal to symbol. Equal to, not equal to. You guys are getting it right. And or operator, right? That is also I covered already regarding the operator in the where class. Okay, we have one more operator called between. Okay, between meaning used for between, used for range. The between operator used for range. Consider a range of value you want, right? You can use a between operator. Okay, so select star from student where SID between 400 and 410. Okay, it's a sequence number only. Let me run the query and I will explain. Right, 400 and 410. What it is returning? You guys can see the result. Look at the result case. You guys can explain me what it is doing. This is the result.
Starts from
Select star
400
from
and
student.
go.
Yeah, start from 400 and return 410. The between operator range, you can use it for range, right? Like a integer, like a date, right? The date value and all. I need January 1st to January 30, 1 month data, right? Select star from the data where, transaction date between January 1st and January 30. You can able to write. It's a valid code. I mean, you will use between and all heavily. Between operator, right? Where SID between 400 and 410. Between 400 to 410 record I am bringing. Okay, what is the equivalent query? Without between, can you guys help me to write? Write the same query without a same query without between. I want to return the same 10 record. How you can able to write?
SID greater than
SID greater than
greater than or
zero, greater than 0
and less than or
Greater than or
equal
equal to 400
and
and
SID less than or equal to
SID.
410. Less than or equal
That's
to
all.
410.
You guys are getting it right. That's what the between is doing. I'm running this. You're getting the same result, right? Just for understanding. That's all, right? Both are same, but it is a simple, right? Simply you can put between 400 and 410. January 1st to January 30, starting from 2016 to current date. Between lower value and the highest value, start value and stop value, end value, like that you can say between operator, right? Now I need I need the student details whose name start with the character A, right? I need a data, right? I need the all student details whose name start with the A. How we can able to do, guys?
A
You have to do multiple
percentage,
ways.
some like
Yeah, A percentage you can give, but what I have to apply? I'm writing the same. Okay, not SID. Maybe first name, you can consider not name, first name, right? First name start with the A. Select start from student, where first name, what I have to do, guys? Any idea?
Like,
We have a like operator, right? Like, you have to use like operator. Like is not equal. It is going to, I mean, it is not an equality check. The like, we are doing the like of, my ask is, right? Starting with A. Anything start with A, right? Any name is fine, but start with A. A percentage. A percentage where you have to put, right? Using the like operator. Now you can run the query. All first names are Alex, Ava, something and all start with A, right? You can go to the till last record. You are getting all records starting with A. 91 records starting with A. Okay, right? A percentage meaning what here? The percentage symbol, right? A percentage meaning any name, right? Any name starts with A. After A, like, whatever it is, I don't care. First letter alone A with, right? What this query will do, guys? What this query will do?
first name starts with Alex.
Any name, yeah, first name start with Alex. Alex start with any name is for, after that any name is fine, right? Basically we have only Alex, but fine. Any name, anything with the start with Alex, I'm taking here, right? Start with percentage meaning before you give some value, percentage meaning start with, right? Like now Same thing. Okay, same ask. Student details, whose last name? Whose last name? End with N. So how we can write case? How we can able to
Percentile
write?
N.
Last name like percentage N.
Yeah. Last name like you can leave the percentage beginning, right? Percentage N. Now you can run the query. You guys can see the name, last name, all name, Brown, Johnson, Brown, Wilson, right? All are ending with N. It is end with N, right? Percentage, you put a percentage meaning anything end with N. A start with A, anything. A percentage meaning start with A, anything. End anything you can start, end with N. That is a condition I am writing. Okay. Or one more simple thing. Get all students okay part of some science, right? Which meaning the department name, the hint is here, department name contains science, computer science, right? Computer science or like mathematical science, electrical science, anywhere science is present, you can bring it, right? Anywhere you have science, you can bring it. Okay. So we have only computer science in our case, but fine, right? Anywhere you found science, you can bring it. Then how you can able to write, guys?
Percentage, science, percentage.
That's all, right? Percentage sign, percentage. Anything you can start, anything you can end. But right, like you have to mention first, right? Anything you can start, anything you can able to end. But the thing is like I'm looking for science. Okay, not computer science. You can put a science. Now you can run this query. Why it's not returning anything? Last name, not last name, right? Department. Okay, we have only computer science, that is fine, right? Any department, if you are inserting with some science, right, it will take. Anything you start with the science or end with the science, anything is fine. Like that, like, the like operator you can able to use. Any question, guys? Like, where filter with the like and all?
Is like a case sensitive?
Case sensitive, yes. But here this guy, anything, any comparison, right? Case sensitive only, right? But here this guy, MySQL is not considering case sensitive, it is returning small s also, you are getting a result. This is what you are asking, right? You are getting a computer science. Okay, but I mean, in general, values are always case sensitive.
Okay.
Yeah, any other question, guys? Yes, any other question? Okay, maybe we have half an hour time, right? Before doing further, right, let me put, some important concepts, right? Let's write a case one statements, like our if else condition in SQL. I'm going to write case one statements, right? So for that, I'm creating a table. Create a table, right? Or okay, let's create a table. EMP underscore salary. Okay, employee ID, integer, employee name, varchar of 100. Okay, only 3 columns. Quickly we'll finish. Salary, integer. Okay, that is the table I'm creating. Employee salary, employee ID integer, employee name, varchar of 100, salary. Insert into EMP salary, values, Okay, so start with 100, fine. Employee name, Raja. Salary you can give 15,000. Okay, one record I inserted, right? Few more records I will insert in one shot. Okay, you can give Alex 101. Okay, you can give 55,000. Just 10 record I will insert, guys. 101, 102. Okay, you can say Krish. Let's put one more cyber here. 103. Sambi 75. 104. Okay. Maybe 105. We'll stop here. 5 records is fine. Okay. 25,000. It's a salary. In one shot, I'm inserting all 6 records, guys. 100 to 105. Okay. So if you look at the table, select star from EMP underscore salary. Look at the result. This is what we have the table. By created a table, I inserted a few records. Okay. Now what is my ask, right? My ask is here. Okay. So I need to like maybe adding a new column called salary status, not in the table only, right? Select all employee first, right? Display all employee with below details. Okay, what and all, right? Include all columns along with add a new calculated column, new derived column, right? New derived column. You can add salary status or like yeah, fine, right? Salary indicator. Okay, the salary indicator, the logic is if the salary is more than 50,000, then you can show us, right? Show us mid-level. Okay, mid. If the salary which is less than 50,000, then you can say lower salary. He's getting a lower salary. If salary is more than 1 lakh, right? Which is high salary, high. You're getting a high compared with the market. You are getting more, right? Like that, like the salary indicator. I have to indicate in the select query, right? We have everything I have to return along with one more column called the salary indicator, which I have to mention all those things, guys. Right? Manually you can calculate here for 15,000. 15,000. What is the indicator, guys? If salary is less than 50,000, lower I have to show. If 55,000,
Mid.
it's a mid level. 1,50,000,
High.
right? It is a higher. 75,000 mid level. 45,000 lower. 25,000 lower, right? Like that, like I have to show, right? Manually I'm calculating. Now I have to put it in the query. Okay, This is where the case when and all going to help. Okay, case when statement we are going to write. First, let me write a query. How to write a case when and all? You guys can understand now. Okay, how you have to write any query, right? First, you can put everything first, right? All the required columns you can put it. Okay, I need everything. I can use star, but fine. Let me create. Let me call all columns. Then MTS salary indicator, right? MTS salary indicator. Maybe you can run the query. It is going to add a new column with empty data, right? Now I have to fill this empty column with based on the salary. I have to derive this guy, right? So remove your empty and write a logic. The logic is case when. Case when you have to write a condition, right? Case when the condition, if salary is more than, first you have to put like, the highest condition here, right? More than 1 lakh, 1,000, 10,000, 1 lakh. Okay, then you can say you are the highest paid, highly paid, right? High salary indicator is high. Okay, then I'm completing this. Okay, the syntax is case. Case is the keyword. When is the keyword? Condition 1, you have to write your condition. Then is the keyword. Then if the condition success, meaning success value. Okay, else something unlike a failure value. Failure, I mean not failure value, else part value, right? Else part value. Okay, else part value. Then like a end, right? I'm going to say end is a keyword. Else in progress, right? We are yet to complete. For remaining people, I yet to complete. Like that, I put a in progress just for understanding. In progress, end as salary indicator. Now you guys can see only one guy getting a high salary. Remaining kind and all, I'm going to implementing a logic. Going to implement the logic, right? So I put else in progress. Condition is failing. For 15,000 salary is more than 1 lakh. It is not. So it is going to the else part in progress. For 55,000 in progress. For 1,50,000, which is more than 1 lakh. So I marked as high. Okay, let's complete this, the entire statement, right? Let me put a, for better understanding, case when this salary is like, I will put here, right? Important all for your understanding. In the next line I will put. Okay, so condition 2, I have to write when, right? When salary, which is more than, right, greater than or equal to, okay, or like you can say 50,000, which is more than 50,000, 5,000, 50,000, right? More than 50,000 meaning, right? You can say, then what guys? It's a mid salary. Okay, else meaning all are lower. You can consider as a low salary, right? High, low, mid and all I'm calculating now, right? Then I'm running the statement. Now you can see this guy is getting a high salary. This guy is getting a mid salary. This guy is mid salary, remaining and all low record. This is how you have to write your same conditions. If you understand the condition logic, the same thing only, right? So case when condition 1, then if the condition met, meaning what is the value? When, right? What is the syntax here? When you are writing a multiple when statement, case 1, condition 1, then success value. Okay. When condition 2, same then, right? success value of condition 2, what you have to give. Okay. When condition up to n, right? Any number of condition you can able to write condition n, then the particular n success value. N success value. Okay. Else, right? None of the conditions are met. Then I'm going to the else part value. End is the keyword. This is how you have to write your case 1 statement, guys. Okay. Now you guys can see here how I'm writing. Select employee ID, employee name, salary. Case when salary is more than 1 lakh, then it is high. If salary is more than 50,000, it is a low mid end, right? Or else, like, everything is considered as a low end. How to write a case 1 statement? You guys are getting it right. This is like a if else. You guys can agree?
Yes.
Yes.
This is very, very important, guys. Very, very important, right? Case 1 statements are will use heavily. So I'm adding a new column now, salary indicator. From the result we are getting, right? You put it into another table, salary indicator will be another column now. Okay, what else? Single, multiple column, alias, filter rows, operator types, like in between I covered, in I yet to cover, distincts I cover, sorting you can leave it, case statement I covered, right? So building
Sir,
functions.
can we consider this case when statement just like a switch statement?
Yes. Switch case, like
Yes,
a switch
switch
case.
case.
Since we didn't learn the switch case in our Python, right? So I'm saying it is a if else kind of thing, right? If else if, like, okay, I covered the case statements. Distinct I covered, like we covered, in and between covered, in we have to, let's see. Let's cover the in also. Okay. Any question, guys? With this. Here, if I'm giving one thing, here if I'm giving 1, 2, 3, what will happen, guys? Just for understanding, I put some 1, 2, 3 here.
It will show error.
If
Error.
salary indicator data type is varchar, then it will accept, sir.
But a salary indicator is not a column in our
Yes.
table, right? So it's a new column. So I have a string and a number, right? Someone is saying error. Okay. What this guy is saying? It is
Will
accepting
give
123, right?
instead
But
of
it is
low.
that is depending on the database again. Some databases will throw error. That is also true only. I'm not saying that is wrong, right? That is also true only, right? Or if it is already available column, if you are trying, right, it will throw some error and all, right? But this guy is not throwing any error here. Okay. But it is depending on the database. But usually we'll go with the same type only. High, mid, and all are string we are using. If you are going a different type, then it is an error only. Technically, that is an error, right? You cannot able to mix the type since it's a column. The column, when it comes to the RDBMS and all, everything will be a proper, right? It is proper structure and it is following the schema. Okay, so we'll not mix up the data type. And sometimes some databases will throw error, some database will accept. But if you understand, then fine. Okay. Okay, yes. Now let's go to the sorting. Sorting and all very simple here. Select star from student. Already the results are sorted in the SID basis, right? But I don't want to go with SID, right? Date of birth, right? From the date of birth point of view, I want to sort it. The lowest first, highest last I have to put, right? From the date of birth point of view. So select sort from student. What we have to use for sorting? In
Order
SQL,
by.
order by, right? Order by date of birth. Order by date of birth, one column. Ascending, descending, I don't want to give, right? I'm not giving money, it is running in the ascending order. Lowest date of birth will come first, highest will go to last. I'm running. You guys can see SID got changed. And like 1999, 5056 is the lowest date of birth I have. Okay. The highest date of birth 27, 428. This is the maximum. The lowest go on the highest go to the last, lowest comes on the beginning, right? Or I want the descending manner, right? DSC. You put a DSC. DSC meaning descending. I want the descending order. I'm reversing the result. Okay. So highest first, lowest will go last. This is first. It is going on the last. This order by you can able to use with multiple column also, right? When you are dealing with multiple column, date of birth, order by date of birth ascending, comma, SID descending, I'm saying, right? Two columns. I'm using two column here, sorting. First it will order by the date of birth first, right? Date of birth ascending, lowest date of birth will come first. If same date of birth is repeating many, right? Within the date of birth, again the SID column will be, it is using for ordering. Okay, we don't have a scenario, I think. You guys can see anywhere date, same date of birth if you have, right? See here. What happened? So 1919, 0711, which is repeated. But date of birth point of view, I'm taking this one, then like the SID column, I'm descending it, I'm reversing it. 448 come first, 237 comes second. Why, right? Second level of, right? Order by date of birth and SID descending I'm running. Yes, any question? This is what the sorting, what we have, right? Sorting meaning ASC, DSC, you have to mention ascending or descending. ASC, you don't need to give. If you're not giving many, default ascending. You want to go in the reverse order meaning, you have to use DSC, descending order. Okay, now I want to check. Yes, you all are good with the sorting, right? Some people will write, instead of column name, they will give column order, column position also. Select star from student, order by one, I am saying. Order by one. It is not throwing any error first, it is returning a result. Order by one, descending, I am saying. Okay, now you can look at the result. 500 comes first, one meaning first column, right? The first column, I'm going with the descending. Not with the first column in your table, in your select. In your select, what is your first column, right? That column you are using. Instead of column name, I'm giving a position. That is also possible. Okay, not from your table, one meaning. It is from the select what you have. Okay, so all these things, guys, while practice itself, you can able to remember, guys. Okay, so what I'm saying, right? You guys can practice all these queries, what we have repeatedly, right? So this is the order by sorting and all be completed, right? One more thing which is pending, which is in operator. Okay, even in Python also we didn't discuss this. In operator is more of membership operator you can consider. Now I need a student details. neither student details, display or writing into the table, whatever it is, student details from maths, computer science, and electrical department. Maths, CS, and electrical. 3 condition. Maths department or CSE department, computer science department, or electrical department. How you can able to do, guys? Here. Guess how to write a query?
Using
Correct
AND
or from student?
operator.
Okay. Where
Where department in
where department you can
in
able to use with the or operator, not with and. Or also fine, right? Department equal to computer science, department or department equal to mathematics, or department equal to what else is maths, CS, and electrical, right? You can able to write department equal to mathematics, you can say, or department equal to computer science, electrical. This is fine. You can able to write, right? Now you are getting 154 record. The number of record you are received 154. And you can able to see the department names are computer science, mathematics, and electrical. Any one of these 3, right? Any one of these 3. But what SQL is saying, right? I have an operator for that. You don't need to write this complex thing. Simply you can say department in, right? Department in electrical, mathematics, computer science. That is a in operator. Okay. 154 record earlier query we are getting, right? Now you also are getting same 150 record, which is both are same. Both are same query only. Simply you can put in operator and you can able to mention all your department. Right? It is kind of a membership operator, you can say. Right? But internally, department equal to mathematics, or department equal to computer science, or department equal to electrical. That is what it is happening using in operator. Okay, not from this department. Yes, not from this department.
Not in.
Not in. Right? Simply you can put a not in. You don't need to negate this condition, right? You can say simply not in. Not in is a keyword, right? 500 record we have, remaining 154, right? 154 minus 500, the remaining record you will get here. 346 record you are getting. This 346 record, you will not find any record coming from the department electrical, mathematics, computer science. That is a condition I am writing, not from this department. Okay. Now same ask, not only filter, same ask. I'm going to say select all students. Okay, and add a column, right? If they belongs to, okay, if they belongs to, just for understanding, if they belongs to electrical, mathematics, computer science, then you can consider they all are engineering, right? Else you can mention arts, like add a column group, right? Whether maybe yeah, group GRP group, right? How we can able to do, guys?
Case when
First you have to write a select, right? Select star from
Yes.
students. First thing, right? I want to add a new column. So what I have to do here? You don't have to select all the columns, right? Star is fine. Select star, comma,
and
as
quotes.
group, right? As group. Now you can write your case one, right? Someone is saying, right? Case when, what I have to mention? Yes, case when,
Addition.
Department equal to
Addition.
okay. Department,
equal to electrical in department in
right? Department in electrical, mathematics, computer science. Okay, this is a
then
condition. Then
engineering.
engineering. Else arts. End is the keyword. And you have to use end. Without end, it will throw error. Okay, that's all, guys. Done. Run the query and see. Error. What happened? Anything I missed? Table student does not exist. Spelling mistake. Students. Student alone, not S. Okay, this is a different error, right? Now you guys can see. You have engineering and arts mixed of value. For all these three departments, you are giving engineering. For all other department, you have arts. Okay. So now vice versa question. Need department names from the arts group, right? From the arts group. How you can able to do, guys? From the arts group.
Not in
Electrical,
yeah. Electrical, maths, computer science, then arts.
Right? You can able to mention, right? Or like, what I can do, right? This I will materialize this, right? Currently it is, you are adding a column in your select alone, right? Let me write a CTAS query. Drop table, student underscore, department underscore, detail, right? If exist, okay. This table I'm dropping, right? Now I'm going to materialize this guy, CTAS query. I'm going to write a CTAS query, right? Create table as student department detail. I mean, as you can put your query here, right? Okay, this is done. Success or error? Success, right? It is done. Okay. So student department detail is the table where you have department group column also. Select start from this table. Now you can see you have a group column also. Now my ask is, what is my ask? Need a department names from the arts group. From the table student department detail. How we can able to do, guys? I need the department names.
Select department names from student department detail where group equal to arts.
Okay. Select department from student department detail where
group equal to arts.
Yeah, where group equal to arts. But only one thing here you have to change, right? I need only department names, right? I don't want to repeat all 500. The unique, maybe I'm not mentioning unique, but I need a unique department names. Right? What are the departments part of arts? Only that name I need, right? I don't need all 500. So what you have to do?
Distinct.
Distinct. So distinct department definitely you will get 7 department, right? Since we have 10 department, right? Overall 10 department, 3 already electrical, mathematics, computer science, all are part of engineering group. Now I need a arts group department. So these are all my arts group department, right? Civil biology, right? 7 records. It is written civil, biology, economics, mechanical, chemistry, history, physics. All are arts group. And these 3 are engineering group. Yes, you are getting it right? Regarding the in, regarding the case one, regarding the distinct, where you have to use, how you can able to use, how to add a new, how to write a case one statement, how to write a column expression. Any question? How to use select query? We'll stop here. In the next class, we will discuss about join and group by. Then we will stop our SQL learning, right? Remaining things and all in our regular learning itself will cover. In our next class, join, aggregation, and maybe the union all function. These 3 I have to cover. All 3 are very, very important. Okay, those 3 will discuss in our next class. Remaining things and all we completed already. Some advanced topics we will see later. Along with our regular session, and maybe what we can do, right? Let's have some break, and we'll have a SQL session, one more SQL session later also, for your doubt clearance, for your let's check your SQL stuffs, how you guys can prepare. Right? Later we'll do one more class. We'll continue. Then we'll have some gap, and we'll conduct one class for your understanding and all. For all the advanced queries, we'll cover in our regular session itself. But now, like what I'm asking, you are in a position to write SQL queries, guys, who is coming from non-DB background, particularly some SQL queries, or you are in a position to understand the SQL queries. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Rajan. Okay. Yes. Haridesh, thanks. Right, you guys are able to follow, right? That's fine, guys. Okay, one more class let's have, and we'll continue. All the scripts already, this today's, except today's script, everything I uploaded in our G Drive, just to practice, guys. Okay, and like I mentioned, right, one more class we'll continue with our join, aggregation and all. Then let's have a break, right? And then we will connect again for one class, which we will discuss more, right? More about not any topic. Let's test your understanding all other things, right? Based on that, we will decide what and all required for improving our SQL knowledge. Okay, so any questions?
Window functions and all we are planning in the next session.
Window functions we will cover along with our regular, right? That is
Regular.
yes. Again, we are going to see it in our Spark, right? We are going to see.
Okay.
It's more advanced thing, right? And important things as well.
In
interview and all, they are asking questions in the window function only nowadays. Okay, which we are going to heavily we are going to discuss in our regular Spark itself.
Regular class. Okay.
Okay, so window function is required for everyone. I'm saying even people comes from the database background, right? I'm not saying everyone. Maybe some people lag in the Windows function, so we don't need a in our regular off session. We'll discuss in the regular session itself. Okay. Okay, yes, we'll stop here. Any questions?